Good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How have you been? Oh, me? Just fine. Busy, clearly. Holy crap. But yeah, hi. Hi, I'm Opal. Took a little break there for a minute. Hello. Hello, it's Alien Ant. Hello, Starry-Eyed Eva. How are you? Welcome. In case you didn't know, my name is Opal. We use things like Lenormand, Tarot, Elder Futhark, Oracle, etc., esoteric sources, in order to help illuminate the path to the higher self. That is to say, the best version of you. Hi. Let me get the queue open for the morning. I see it appears a bunch of stuff is not doing what it's supposed to do. We broke everything. Yeah, sure did. Alright. Well, we get to fix that first thing. How exciting. Let's still, in the meantime, get the queue open. We can do both at the same time, yes? I think so. Let's hope so. Okay. Well, hey, that helps with that. Great. Now then, we must fix our poor integrations. But yes, hi. How am I? Well, I'm good. Other than everything being broken now. We apparently updated OBS and now a bunch of stuff is probably disconnected, but we'll figure that out as we move forward. It has been a crazy last few days. My goodness. I did not realize what I was in for last week at all. In the best way possible, but still crazy. Let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to do two things at once here. I did our first in-person reading session on Saturday evening. That went exceedingly well, if I dare say so myself. One person even flattered me. And I only bring it up because it was just that flattering. But after our session, literally looks at me and goes, is anybody else doing this? I don't think this exists. Which just kind of made me chuckle at the time, like, oh, surely someone is out here doing the exact same thing that we're doing, I guess, but I am doing kind of different stuff. Letting people play with the decks, using multiple different systems for confirmation, actually getting people involved in the work, encouraging them, as we do here. Just reminding, you don't need someone like me. You can literally go out, get yourself a deck. If you got 20 bucks, you can get a tarot deck. Okay? Simple as that. That's just a starting point for you. But also just spreading my version, if you will, of the work. Meaning, literally, you do not have to follow this, I guess this stigma that someone must gift you your first tarot deck. I don't subscribe to that tradition. I would encourage you, if you want one, to just go get one. It may not align very well with a Christmas present, depending on your personal religious beliefs, but, something for you to determine. So, I'm trying to figure out why I don't have Stream Elements, or excuse me, Streamer Bot. connected. Because he's connected. But he's not in here. So why not? Let's see if we can bring him in here. Will this work? Okay, now they're here. Okay, now it wants to work. Lovely. Well, not sure. This may, we'll see. It may kick off a bunch of stuff from StreamerBot. That's okay. It's Monday. I worked out a bunch of kinks yesterday, and even then, the things I was trying to fix or change, no love. I am looking for a more robust closed caption system, because while I appreciate the live captions that are integrated into Windows, they are also, well, pretty bad. You know? They try real hard, and I appreciate that. But this should not have to be a thing. The adjusting every time, the getting it to a single line, right? We gotta do this every single time. That is not acceptable. Plain and simple. So I tried a different. Well, I don't know. Here, you wanna play around a little bit while we're waiting, just so we're aware. The reading queue is open. I don't know that any of my triggers will kick off the way that they're supposed to. I guess we will just have to find out. Let's see. Nothing's paused. Cool. We will just have to wait and find out, won't we? If it's fire or not fireworks, the rest should work. We will see. No big deal. But, oh yeah. So, I added a thing. Now we have, this is an option for, if I left it, vocal, yes. Ready? It's kind of weird. Let's see. Oh, I'm gonna make it very mad. Okay, yeah. Does it work? Nope. Oh, there it does, yes. See? Hi. Now we have other caption, but the problem, if I start saying too many words all at once and the sentence gets really, really long, all the words start to run off the screen. There's no way for me to get it to have a fixed size in OBS. It just automatically does its thing. Whereas if you can see over there, this thing will automatically scroll things out of the way. I don't have to, I've only got to adjust it to once, right? No big deal. I'm glad we have these at all, quite frankly. So we're gonna go ahead and remove this one. No need. Something to play with later. But yeah, in the process of doing that, apparently I broke everything. What else is new? What else is new? So I think I can fix this, actually. Was I smart enough to do this? I think it will. Let's see. We have to trigger all this stuff ourselves this go around, and that's okay. But, the key thing is, oh, whoops, I left derp. Whoever derp is the current reading. That is a lie. There is no current reading. What else? Let's see. Open, disk. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay, it's a timer. My timers may not be running, which is why some things may not be kicking off. Let's see. We're almost back to working. Repeat, enabled, yes, okay, we'll see. No, it is no longer that word. It's just a B-O at the end. It's bow. Hello, Dachi. VT, how are you? Yeah, we changed them. For obvious reasons. B-U-T-T-B-O. Totally fine with the word but. It's going all right. We just started for this morning. So, yeah, who knows? It is Monday. I can't imagine we have too many questions going into the work week, especially considering we're going into a holiday here in the States. So, I kind of imagine we'll just be hanging out for a few hours, honestly. I will be going to a physical location to do potentially in-person readings again. We will see if we can get any foot traffic in there. I'll do that around 1 o'clock today or so. I will be taking off from the stream at about 11. Did you, Alien Ant, did you give up? It's not bomb anymore. It's just BO. Six and seven. Yeah, they're still there, but no more miscellaneous letters. You'll know what they mean, Alien Ant. Right? When they type whatever emoji, BO, you know what it's really supposed to say. We both do. Hold that in your heart. It's our little secret. Shh. So the 6 and 7 you pulled, was that a reading that you did? Hello, Bacon. Hamau. How are you? I don't know. Some may disagree. Oh, okay. You pulled these two. Yeah. I'm not sure if... Oh. I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, this is a perfect time for anyone else out there that takes medication. Magick. I get to take a giant horse pill for ADHD. Success through adversity. Gotcha. Yes, very fun. See, this is why I remind you. Well, right on, Adachi VT. I feel like our cards are still too small. Can we do bigger? Yes, I like that more. Thank you. Fireworks. Hello. Thank you for the follow. Man. So I can't go into really any specific detail about the in-person readings other than just my perspective and experience of it. I had never done a group like that in person. It's one thing to do it, here or even on a phone or whatever, completely different story to do it with people. My decks were very adamant about the things they wanted to say and to whom they wanted to say them to. So, I have now discovered that I have to kind of figure out what exactly the tools are capable of. You know, it's just mildly strange, I guess. Completely different side of the work that I had not expected. But it gives the added benefit that I don't have to wear sunglasses because I'm not under a million goddamn lights. I can actually, you know, speak like one-on-one to a human being or in a group. It was very beautiful. Adachi, now is the best time to get one if you can, as I've seen many of them on sale. If you got $20, you can get a tarot deck. It very much so was, Alienette. Eye-opening, you know? Oh, I missed at some point. We had someone join the queue. Oh, Bacon. You come up as a different username, you sneaky. Bacon Hamau. $25 is enough to get you one, but if that's all the money you have, then yeah, I would save it. Ask for someone else with $20 to get you a tarot deck, please. I would, but I too am poor, so sorry. Bacon, if you're still with me, let me know if you would still like your reading. And if you have a specific question. You are up, my friend. Hi. How are you? You've never done this before, sure. So, are you... I'm okay, buddy. Thanks for asking. Are you familiar with just tarot in general? I'm assuming you've seen it somewhere before. Just to give you a brief rundown of what I do, at least. Okay, you may have seen this as like fortune telling, okay, or like in the movies, okay? Cool. So, some of us in this space use it for such, but I use this as a way just to kind of figure out, get some bearings, but of the self, okay? But yourself, not my yourself, yourself, you and your self. Okay, great. Glad we got that cleared up. There are 78 cards, okay, and a tarot deck. They all have art on them and then a keyword. From those keywords, we can, and the art as well, they're connected to, we can use them to determine different parts of the psyche, as well as your feelings, the unconscious mind, subconscious, whatever you would like to refer to that as. And we use these to just kind of unearth some information about ourselves, which we can then use to either, well, frankly, ignore or integrate into our lives for the better. You've asked for a general reading, which I'm more than happy to give to you, but if it is beneficial to you at all, just so we can maybe be on the same page, I'm learning some astrology dice, by the way. Ask me, I'll tell you later. But right now, I like to do stuff like this, okay? So behind my head here, this is a tarot spread, all right? These are just journal notes that I have. I've got a whole mess of spreads that we use here all the time, okay? So, basically, I just need your permission to draw 3 cards so we can answer 3 questions about you. What's your vibe today? What supports you? And what trips you up today? Yeah. Sick. Let's go. I will do my best to show you the art on the cards. If I forget, I apologize. The actual card art behind the notes back there. Okay, there is a... Oh, hi. Thank you, Adachi VT. There is a little screen area, which you'll see in just a minute, but I have digital representations of these same cards down here, okay? This is just a little preview for you. I like for you to see the spread cam solely so you know I don't, you know, mess with your cards. They are what they are. Ta-da. I kind of want to fix this if I can, because you can't see all the way down there like you're supposed to be able to. Better. Weirder, but better. So, I call this the casino cut. Just so you can see we're not goofing with the cards order. So now we draw 3 cards. So, my friend, favorite card. Yes, I know multiples of them. Let's see. We get the 4 of coins, as well the 6 of coins, but reverse, as well the Tower. Is this your first tarot reading ever? I was just about to say, someone here, almost guaranteed, will have the reaction that Adachi VT did. Cool. You pull one of the most controversial cards in the deck, the Tower. Let's go over this one first, okay? So, this card, it gets a bad rap. We're gonna get right to the bad news first, all right? This is the thing that trips you up. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, Bacon, but based off of this card alone, are you an excessive worrier by chance? And you may answer that rhetorically. You don't need to type it into chat. The thing that trips you up, okay, the meaning of this card, literally, is one of effectively the foundations of an idea, a feeling, something that we held as a value in our lives is deemed no longer valid. It is null and void. Okay, these can be considered a life-changing revelation. Some people, though, refer to this just truly due to the art on the card. You can see there's a big ol' lightning strike up there. Let me show you the actual card. See there in the corner? People are falling from the tower. Things are not going great, right? Even the very foundations, to me, this has always just looked like a giant ice, a glacier, I guess. Who builds a mountain, a tower, I should say, on a glacier, right? Not exactly stable. But anyways, it gets struck by lightning, okay? That lightning is just the realization of an idea no longer being able to be, if you will, a truth that we can no longer avoid. All right, so for me, as this is a thing that trips us up, this would tell me it is likely that you may worry just a tad excessively. I cannot say. And again, you don't need to say either. This is just to highlight it, not as a character flaw, but it's just a moment to tell you it's okay to take a breath. All right? When it seems like the walls are gonna come tumbling down, are we certain that they are, right? For me, this is akin to like panic attacks. which I get, by the way, which is why I take my meds, which you should too if you didn't today. That includes your vitamins. So, in short, ooh, spooky, scary, scarred, card, people falling off the tower, blah, blah. Well, for me, this is anxiety. All right. And going forward today, please just remember, take a pause. Think first, logically. Analyze the situation. Take a breath. Okay, now act. Now say what you were going to say. Okay? That's all. And we're going to do the complete polar opposite of that at the beginning of your spread. Just a reminder what your spread questions were. Okay, what's your vibe today? Right here, the first question that we so conveniently skipped. What is your vibe today? The Four of Pentacles. This is the card of, well, you can see in the notes up here, maybe. You can see that, I hope. Up here in my notes, I've just got 2 words for you. Good fortune. All right, some people, including myself, I like to refer to this as the Biggie Smalls card. It makes it easy to remember, but it's also literally what is happening here. This individual, kind of like a king, yeah? They are standing on money, which they're wearing boots of red. Red is passion in tarot, okay? It's the spark, your charisma, your creativity, all right? Sometimes our recklessness, because passion makes us, you know, be young and wild and whatever. But as well, they've got a pentacle, some money on their head, mind on my money, money on my mind, okay? And at the very core of them, right? Their very center of their structure, their 4 walls, as this is the number 4, okay? They feel secure. This is in matters of your wealth, your health, your actual physical world, possessions even, okay? We're feeling good. Congratulations. Way to, man, kick the door open on Monday's week and just say, what is up? I feel great. I'm sorry you may not, but I do. You could flip a coin all day, and ineffectual essence here. You could flip a coin all day and you're just that lucky today. You would guess which side it would be on every time. That's what this card implies. Okay. You are truly, maybe don't push that luck, right? What's this? Yeah, don't test your luck. Yes. Just let it flow naturally, okay? It's not the day to see if you are bulletproof. Would not be wise. Anyways, moving on. What supports you? This is the 6 of Pentacles, okay? This is charity when it is upright, which I will show you on the screen, but notice it has come to us upside down. So we have 2 people here, okay? We see 2 people beneath our benevolent figure, our charitable figure, okay? And their scales are equally balanced, all right? Gotcha. Now that I look at it, yeah, they're meant to be equal, but to me, in that moment, they looked just a little bit scaled to the other side, but that's likely to do with what you got going on here. I'm going to read this to you because I think there might be something here you may need to hear. Okay, Bacon? Hamau? I'm not sure. Let's see. If this were upright, all right, my notes here contain nothing for reversals. That is on purpose, for it is our job to understand both the light and the shadow side of cards. Upright means one thing, reversed means another. So does sideways, right? So does turned over, etc., etc. This is charity, sharing, and establishing balance, or an unequal relationship in which one person gives and the other takes. So this would be, as it's in a beneficial question form, okay? What supports you? is not being uncharitable. Okay? This literally represents your ability to identify worthy causes. Okay? You don't give just to give for no specific reason. You are the type, okay, when someone asks you for a donation, you are curious why and where. Why? What is the cause for this? Great. Show me the receipt of where that donation money went to that specific cause, please, to the penny. This is having some discernment, which is an excellent quality to have, my friend. Okay? Sarah Sohm. See this? Does this help? I moved it from the very far upper left to there. I thought it would be more useful there. It's for bacon hamal, in case you can't read that. Bacon. Do you have any questions? Does all this make sense for you now? I don't want to overload you with symbolic meaning, because there's a bunch, but as this is technically your first reading, you know what I just realized? We've been listening to the same song forever now. We have other people in the queue, Bacon. I'm gonna go ahead and put these away and get to them. You let me know, please, if you have any questions, okay? There is no queue command, my dear. You will just have to ask what the queue looks like. Presently, we have 4 people in the queue, including the one we just did, or added, I should say. Sarah Sohm, you are next in line, my dear. How may I help you? Bam. Yes, the person we're reading for, right, their name is right there. I try my best to get it updated, okay? Sarah Sohm, how may I help you? Good morning, everybody. Sarah Sohm, unfortunately, I do not do readings about the thoughts or feelings of others here. That is spying, my dear. I can offer you 2 cards in exchange. The energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward from it, okay? This is about you, okay? Let me know if you want those, otherwise, okay, I was just about to say. The only person that has that information is the person you have asked me about, okay? I don't mean to be rude whatsoever, but truly, look at it this way. Would you want a guy like me rooting around in your head in secret? No, I don't think so. Okay. Two cards. Alrighty, my dear. Well, my cards agree here where we're at. This is the 5 of Wands as well, the 7 of Swords. The 5 of Wands, in short, my dear, this is internal conflict. And that's not 7, that's 6. 6 of Swords, sorry. This is internal conflict, so the energy surrounding your struggle, unfortunately. This is a struggle within that you must learn the true answer to using discretionary methods, but respectfully. Okay? The energy that invites you forward, take this passion. These are your thoughts, swords. Literally put it in a boat, take it downriver, have a chat with it, come to the realization that I'm assuming you're already aware of in regard to how this situation is going. If you have to ask this question at all, I assume you likely already know the answer, but if you do not, take this directly to the person you wish to know this information from. Okay? I'm going to read this card to you though. This is quiet, steady, cautious progress. Diplomacy, tact, or guile. All right? Calmly exploring the subconscious mind. Okay? We'll be a little easy on yourself. Reflect on what we want out of this situation and go toward it. Ethically, please. Let me know if you have questions. Bacon says it makes way more sense now. Okay. I won't say all this out loud, excuse me. Happy birthday, by the way. I am glad to be of service, Bacon. Are you trying to make me say bad words, Mila? Or are you just calling me a hoe right out the gate? Ellie oh, good God, wow. Alicia Sackett, Alicia Sackett Freeman. We'll get there. Alicia Sackett Freeman, if you are still here, please let me know. It is your turn for a reading. Hi, Starry, thank you. Surrounding love. So, I have a spread that may interest you more. May I show it to you, please? I hope so, because it's going to pop up on the screen, so let me shuffle these cards back. Those belong to someone else. There. Ta-da. So, you're asking for just the energy surrounding love, which tells me very likely you have a little interest somewhere. Congratulations, but I have these questions to offer you in place of them. Would you like to know the positive energy currently you are sending out in matters of love? What type of partner aligns with that energy? And what step you can take to align yourself with your next real relationship? Would that work for you? Oh God, I just realized I put on all black today and I'm gonna be in front of people possibly. Oh, it will be all three, sweetheart. All three of them. All one go, bam, bam, bam. I prefer 3 cards, personally. I know everybody does the past, present, future stuff, but well, you know, I'm different. Whoa. Bacon, you little sweetheart. You just made the whole screen freak out. I love that. That was awesome. Bacon, you enjoy your day. Thank you for sharing, by the way. So, Alicia, thank you all for waiting. I'm sorry it takes me a minute to get to you all. But let us get you 3 cards regarding love energy stuffs. Okay. Okay, my dear, I am glad you came here today. So, we have the 3 of Wands. Let's get these in order real quick. 3 of Wands reversed. The Ace of Swords reversed. as well the Eight of Cups reversed. Excuse me, not reversed. That was the only non-reversal I forgot. So, what energy are we sending out in matters of love? Ah, my dear, I hate to say, this shows that we are wanting to take a step forward in matters of love, but we are a little closed off. Okay, upright, this card would be, okay, and in the Path of Wands, you start with your first wand at the Ace. Afterward, you use that wand to create a second one, and now you are left in needing to make a choice. In that very next card here, the 3, you have turned 2 into 3 wands. You have, instead of having just 2 staffs effectively in the ground, but not having chosen one yet, well, now you have chosen one of the wands to step forward with. This is a life path effectively, okay? No matter how small or big. But obviously this is matters of love, hence why the wands come up for us in specific. This is the soul's fire. That is what wands represent. Think about what you do with the wand. You cast a spell with it, okay? So we've made a choice here. We've stepped forward into the desert of the unknown to see what this choice brings us, okay? This is growth. Potential growth. We get this blocked. This tells us that in the matters of love, we are not advertising that we are available and ready to move forward. Okay? Gotta figure out what exactly that is about. Okay? I don't know if you're just staying inside, not actively seeking what you actually want, if it's just not going in your favor or what. But this tells me we're being a little protective of the heart, and I'm sure for very good reason, not to invalidate that, but perhaps, possibly, too protective. I don't know. What type of partner aligns with that energy? Okay. Well, it's the same blockage. Now, instead of it being in matters of passion, okay, the soul's fire, this is now thoughts. So that closed off to the self, this would invite somebody who is dominating of the mind in regard to you. They would take advantage of this. Obviously not what we want, right? I know you're over there nodding, so definitely not what we want. Okay. Which leads me to your final card. These thoughts, even this blockage, okay, of the soul's fire, whatever the attitude, I don't mean like in a snarky way like your attitude. I just mean, whatever truly your feelings, your perception on matters of love are at this current time. My cards, my deck, my guides, myself included, ask you please to leave these feelings behind. Literally stack them up just like you see here, somewhere in the middle of nowhere, high up in the mountains, and just leave them behind completely. Walk away, just as the art shows, okay? Literally what this person is doing. You will notice the moon up here in the corner. This is your intuition speaking to you. And I'm pretty sure your intuition has already spoken to you on this matter. Can we get this to focus? Will it work? Can you do it? Ah, that guy right there, little baby face in there, okay? Listen to that thing. Your intuition is just your inner knowing, all right? The chills down the spine or on the arms, okay? The French call it frisson. That real spooky feeling. Pay attention to those. I'm not saying they're always right, but they're trying to tell you something. What is it? Okay? I don't know when the last time you was when you went to the mirror and told yourself and meant it truly that you love you, but you are due. You are due for one, my dear. And I mean very literally, go to a mirror. If you got one of those little compact things in your purse, right? Whatever the fuck they're called. I think it's literally just called the compact mirror, in fact. You know, the small reflective thingy. It comes in food shape. Like you open it and there's things inside, you know? Look in that thing and then really, really tell yourself you love you. And remind yourself of your worth, please. I assure you, it is vastly, vastly more than you give yourself credit for, okay? Hi, Jackson, what's up? Hi. Merry Christmas to you, too. Been busy. Yeah, it has definitely been busy, you were telling me. Adachi VT, if you are still with me, please let me know. It is your turn for a reading. Hello, friend. Whoa. For your personal wishes and goals, they mostly deal with social, mental, and financial. Okay, this is Adachi. We try to stick to one subject at a time. Okay, you're trying to get a whole mess of stuff all at once. That, just so we're clear for anyone else here, that turns into long format. That's when it's time to schedule some session work with me. We can get all that stuff, yes, but in interest of the streams format, especially considering these are free readings, I try to keep them to like 3 cards, okay? 3 to 5 cards, but preferably 3 or less. If not, the daily vibe is fine. You don't, okay, so we got a lot of positive signage, but you don't know how to proceed. Well, that's kind of part of the fun. Let me see if I can make something happen with your question overall. See, herein lay, once we get deep into you know, multiple different subjects that require further explanation, I'm already trying to get us an actual story by drawing 3 cards versus just 1, for instance, or just a whole mess. We focus on specific topics, right? If you only give me even 1 card, right, that you're asking a storyteller to use a sentence with 10 words, basically. So I'm trying to get more, right? So let me think for a sec. Your social, your mental, your fun. Okay, so yeah, 3 different areas. So again, if you want, we have a Discord server, okay? You are welcome to schedule some time with me outside of this. However, scheduled time obviously is not free time. So keep that in mind. You can send me a message on there or send me an email, but stuff like that would genuinely take like an hour, hour and a half, potentially. Don't know. However, happy to get you. I would do typically in this case the energy surrounding the question, singular, and the energy inviting you forward from it, but too much going on there. So happy to pull you a daily vibe. I will shut up and actually do that. 3 cards. This is the Wild Unknowns Tarot by Kim Krantz, in case you are curious. It has a bunch of little forest creatures in it, and I like it. No, I don't work for them. Okay. 3 cards. Man, just based off your cards here alone, I truly just want to tell you to just take it easy. I don't know what you got going on in life. If you're stressed about something, no need. I just want to show you one card. All right. Mila, unfortunately that does not work. The only commands you have are join and leave. There are, let's see, 5 people in the queue right now. You are 3rd in line, okay? So, I'm just gonna show you one card. All right. This is both a congratulations and as well what I just said. I'm being very serious right now. You are stressing about success. Think about the irony in this. All right? You are being surrounded by successful outcomes, and you allow this to stress you. Okay? We are seriously misaligned with what success is supposed to do for us, if you would but allow it. We're starting at the very end here. Okay? That's this card. This is the parade. Look at the only word that I have in here for this card, please. Victory. And yet this is your last card of what trips you up. This is almost like you feel like if you celebrate, everything surrounding you implodes. That's anxiety talking, man. That ain't real. Nah. This is, it's already around you. As you said, it shows up again to respectfully throw it back at you. Like, what are you talking about? We're so happy for you. Look at it all. And instead of celebrating, wearing your wreath, riding off, you got the homies in the car, going on parade. Okay? We're stressed about this. I don't know if it's just you feel like you can't live up to expectation of something that you've got going on or what. But I'd just like to point out, you and the last person I did this for, the exact same thing, that this is across 2 different decks. 4 of Pentacles. This is structure, especially in matters of the physical world. Your health, your career, okay? This is good fortune. This is the current vibe of you today, right now. So how is good fortune causing you to be tripped up by a victory? Have you not celebrated it yet? Have you not accepted it yet? I don't know. Your very next card, okay? What supports you? All the work you've done, okay? So it's Adachi, this literally is just you denying the celebration of self. Deny it no longer, please. All right? I can sit here and tell you this all day, but what further proof do you need? Not just from me, I mean from what you are going through. You've already been shown ample signals. Success, congratulations, handshake, let's break the champagne glass on the boat and set it to sail. Fuck yeah. So high five yourself. Your next card, the energy that supports you, okay? You're gonna hate me for this. So this attitude you have of perhaps I don't feel like I'm there, all right? That is a supporting item for you. This attitude, at its core, stems from self-improvement. You hold yourself to immediately a higher standard the moment you reach the summit of the mountain you have just climbed. This is a blessing and a curse. Ask me why I know. If you've ever heard of this, or read even, okay, or even seen in film, the moving pictures with sound and music, wow. Sometimes dancing and other adult activities. All right. Sisyphus from Greek mythology, the guy pushing the boulder up the hill forever. Well, the part that people conveniently forget, yes, Sisyphus reaches the top, and what does he find at the top of that mountain? More mountains. Over and over and over and over. This person never rests, even though they literally just climbed a mountain. All right, Brady, sorry buddy, there is no list command anymore. Brady, you are second in line. Starry-eyed Eva is next. We're getting there, buddy, sorry. So, your 10 of Wands here, yeah, that used to work in old versions. Some people still have it. I'm trying to get it to work in another format. It's just not cooperating. But Jackson, yes, you absolutely can. Sorry, buddy, it's busy. Send me a message. I'll do a private one for you later if you want to. Your next card, buddy. Adachi, BT, excuse me. You're not buddy. I mean, you are a buddy, but that's not your name. The 10 of Wands. This is the end of the path for the Wand suit, okay? Ace to 10. 10 is where we gather up all of the things we have done. God, now that I look at this and see that, this is Sisyphus right there, literally. In card form. I have never made that connection before, but that's what this is. Look at the way this person is even moving. Okay. So the bloodstain here, check this out. Yes, bloodstain, sure. Through our work, the Ace of Wands, you'll get cut. Okay, so will others. This is your sweat, blood, tears. Red in tarot is your passions, not the literal act of cutting, okay? But this is how much effort you've put into making these 10 wands right here, okay? And now you've gathered them all up. You can't really tell. Oh, and I'm done. 10 wand, not 5. I did say 10, right? I hope. Yes, cool. If you can't tell, this is one of the first artists. I do not agree with their rendition and their version of the art. So as you can see back here, there's this little white patch of light, okay? So you gathered up all the sticks, but in this interpretation, you are blocked from returning to town. Versus here, we are not blocked. You are returning to town. All right? You go back, you take all you have learned through your passionate, fun life, whatever this experience was that we went through, and now have integrated the wisdom of its teachings, and we start back at the Ace of Wands yet again to do it all over again, but better. Okay? So I say again, this supports you in its own strange way, but you are already talking about the shadow aspect of this. I'm never enough card. Okay? That's the soul's fire. This is your charisma, your spark, okay? Your passions. All right? Just kind of overall attitude. If you've ever heard the term, oh, she's a bit fiery, kind of like that. This is just a wild Mustang horse, okay? But typically, just spirit. Alright, spirit is actually in both of the suits you bring me. See this? This symbol here? This is the most accurate symbol we have for a human being. You got 2 little arms, 2 legs, a head, and at the very center, your spirit. But we are stamping, okay, we are chiseling into a physical item the symbol of the spirit. The soul, you. We put this thing on a physical thing to make it tangible, right? Where versus wands, well, the mage's power does not come from the wand. It is but a tool, an extension of them. It's just a stick. Right? Let me know if you have any questions, okay? I gotta put these back in. Those belong to you. Try your hardest, please, to celebrate your successes. And do not immediately look for all the ways you did it wrong. Look for all the ways you did it right that got you here. Now, evaluate them and do them better next time. Okay? Starry-eyed Eva, you are next. Hi. How may I help you? Everyone has a different opinion on what the cards mean. I'm not here to take that away from them. And in some cases, I wish I had that card, because in some cases that is exactly what it means. It all depends on the question. Yes, what does the mind desire? What does the body desire? What does the soul desire? Absolutely. I don't know why I keep coming back to this deck today. I'm okay with this. I hope you won't mind. We've only got a whole slew of other decks over here. I've got, as well, a couple new things that I will show later. But we have lots of people in the queue, so they'll either come up naturally or I will show them when I can. Starry. 3 cards. What does the mind, body, and soul need today? So, the Sun, the Tower, the 4 of Cups. That's not any of those cards. We need the Sun. Sun, please. The Tower, please. 4 of Cups. Starry. This is how we're going to start today. No problem, Adachi. You are able to type exclamation point lurk if you want to announce your lurking in the future. Regarding, you don't have to at all, just by the way. Oh, thank you for doing that. I need to split that. Now I know. What was I going to say? That 10 of Wands, all right. It can absolutely indicate a blockage, but it depends on the question that we're asking, okay? Absolutely can represent that, but on the original art of the cards from at least Pamela Coleman Smith, okay, as well as your standard RWS, Rider-Waite-Smith deck, there is a little town in the background, and there's nothing in the way other than what you carry with you. It's intentionally designed to send you back to the beginning. Every suit ends this way. Every single suit. The 10 is not just the end, it's over, tough shit. It's 10, it's over, yes, tough shit, now do it again. Okay? That's all. Starry, what does the mind need today? I don't know what you got going on over there, sweetheart, but it does not look as though we're being very positive today, to put it somewhat bluntly. Okay. But if you are feeling like a bright ray of sunshine, well, I have some questions. The mind requests some illumination. Okay. I'm going to read this to you. It's got some keywords in there for you I think you will want to hear. Awareness, consciousness, reason, order, confidence, optimism, intelligence. I gave you my first one, which was illumination. Your mind is asking to effectively ride a horse through town while you streak with the innocence of a child, throwing all your passions to the wind, okay? Like a flag. You've seen the white flag of peace? Well, here's the red flag of passion, okay? Behind you, sunflowers. These represent growth, more passion, as well as innocence. Okay? The white petals, yellow petals. Okay? This is what the mind wants today. Now, that leads us directly into the next. The next card. The body. This is asking for literally a total collapse of the foundations of whatever it is we do. Perhaps a routine, okay? Perhaps literally this could be like job. This is the body just saying we don't like this. We can't do this anymore. Okay, this is effectively an undeniable truth in the form of a catastrophe. This just honestly tells me, did you get enough sleep? No, you're about to go to sleep. So this may be the card of it's time to go to sleep. I don't know. Wait, no, it's still early for you, I think. I don't remember what time it is for you. But this is the body saying nap time, effectively. No more. Night night. The soul, okay, 10:08 a.m. Not time for sleep yet. This tells me we may not be awake yet. This in turn, yeah, exactly, yeah. Okay, this makes perfect sense. So, you know, now in card form, your body is bitching at you, we're sleepy, please. Why do you hate us so? Sorry, LU mother, Lou mother. We're a tad busy this morning. I didn't realize it would be so busy on a Monday. Your last card. What does the soul need? We need to acknowledge a place where we are not happy in life. This is the Four of Cups, but in this case, the structure, this is a structure asking to be broken or accepted and move on. I do not know which will apply for you, but I'm going to imagine since we are tired and you'll get more sleep later, this is likely speaking in terms of our sleepiness. Okay. Considering your first card, your body is calling you out right now. Okay? Your mind and body and even soul, all three are bitching at you right now. 100%. This says, hey, wake up. We are fucking tired. Can you please, I know you don't want to go to sleep at the normal hour. You got stuff to do, but so do we. We cannot repair until you allow us rest. This is if your consciousness, your body could like take on its own form and talk to you, this is what you would meet. This would be you handing them a cup, and that's them. Okay. Make sense? They're a little pissed off right now. All right? Got a whole bunch of questions as to why. Why do you do this to us? All right? Let me know if you have questions. rest, please, when you can. When you can. Brady Spears Tops. Hi. Let me know if you're still here. You're welcome, Starry. Hi, Brady. Hell yeah. Ah, Brady. So, I cannot tell you the thoughts, feelings, actions of another. Okay, that is spying. I can, however, offer you 2 cards in exchange. The energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward. But the only people that have that information are the people that had that conversation. You will have to get that directly from them, please. Let me know if you would like your 2 cards instead. Are we confused about what I just said? There's probably some lag in the chat. I can ask you about the energy surrounding your question, and we can get an answer from our cards, but that is in regard to you. Nothing about what was said, or the energy that was surrounding what they spoke about. Again, that is spying. I don't do that. Neither do you, right? Right. Okay. It is still a private conversation. The people that have the answers to your question, you've already identified. You must get that information from them, okay? I can ask the energy surrounding your question and the energy inviting you forward from it. Is that what you want? This will not be about what they talked about, to be very clear. Let's do that. This is just a mini RWS Rider-Waite-Smith, that is. Just a smaller version of the other one. I like it for putting in my suit pocket. Fits nice over the heart. Whoa, resistance. Come on. Thank you. All right, final cut. 2 cards. The energy surrounding your question, the energy inviting you forward. So, the Queen of Swords as well. So do I. Queen of Swords as well. Whoa, not far enough. The Five of Pentacles. Okay. So, the Queen of Swords, the energy surrounding your question, this would be effectively, I know it says Queen, but Tarot doesn't care about your gender, neither do I. The Queen of Swords, this is effectively the water of air in Tarot, okay? Meaning, Queens effectively are the cups of Tarot, all right? They're very much feelers in whatever activity or suit they are in, okay? They are the nurturing energy. So, as this is swords, air, this is thought, the mind. The energy surrounding your question, we already know this. You are literally wishing to impose some authority of the self into this scenario. You want truth in a matter. This is the ultimate clear communicator, if you will. The person who has connected both thought and emotion together. But they can be a little overbearing at times. All right, this is the person who typically, in some cases anyway, they can be quick to think and slow to feel. All right. But ultimately, for you, this is the clarifier, literally, but in personified, if you will. Okay? You want answers. This is the clear communicator. That's what we're trying to get here. The energy inviting you forward from it. This is kind of an interesting card for you to get. Upright, this card is misfortune. Okay? So I have already informed you that this is not an answer I can give you. This is misfortune blocked. Okay. Why would this be blocked? Well, as I am not going to tell you what they spoke of, nor can I, as they only have that info. By not getting this answer and having to go seek it out from the sources themselves, we prevent you from having either false hope or fear about something that was or was not said that I cannot stand by, so as I don't have that info. Okay? We block misfortune by not asking this of the cards. Okay? So please speak with whoever you need to that has this info, or be at peace. Let people speak about you. Release yourself from the need of an answer. People are going to talk about you someday, one way or another. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. Mila, not sure how to say your name. If you are still here, please let me know. It is your turn. Oh, you were already in the queue, my dear. You are next. Let me update our name. Bam, there we go. Cool. Let me go undo the duplicate we just made. So, Mila, just what we were talking about. Same thing. I cannot tell you the thoughts or feelings of another person. Okay? There's but one person who has that information. That person you're asking about. Okay? You need to speak with them. I can do the same thing we just did. Okay? Yes, but just you need to understand, Mila, your question, energy of someone else towards you, that is not something I do. That is someone else's thoughts, someone else's feelings. That's a no-no. That is spying. I can give you the energy surrounding your question, which applies to you. I can give you the energy inviting you forward from that energy. These relate to you, no one else. Let me know if that's what you want. Oh, it sounds like they're starting construction by my house finally. You got it. 2 cards. My internet may cut out at some point. We'll see. So, 2 cards. The energy surrounding your question, hi Starry, is the Lovers. We know this. I sure do, Starry. That is actually in the Discord. Okay. Ah, I see, that's why. Under the tarot room, I shared it not long ago. You can find it in there. We already know this. Okay, Mila, I assume. As well, 7, yes? No, 9, 9. 9 of wands. So, twofold. What are questions about? The lovers, we know this. I just need you to understand in this card. This is one figure lusting after the other, while this figure, the other if you will, is trying to understand this angelic figure coming down from the heavens that cannot make heads or tails of what they are seeing. This is confusion. Alright? It is not just inherently the lovers in some romantic sense. This is confusion as well. She stares at this angel, he stares at her. This angel is trying to announce itself and we don't even realize it, can't understand it, it is imperceptible to us. Feel free to explain all of the things that happen when someone falls in love within 10 seconds or less. Go. Good luck. Okay? Don't just tell me it's a chemical reaction or whatever. Explain all the things that happen to you, as well as the things around you when you fall in love. Explain that. Have fun. Okay? The energy inviting you forward from it, I'm going to read this to you. Just remember this is reversed, so the notes here are flipped. Okay? The notes up here are just the same for upright, but we have to interpret them the other way, effectively. This is a great struggle near its conclusion. This is stay alert for unforeseen weaknesses. This is defensiveness. This asks you please to drop your guard. Approach this person. Ask them this question you have asked us directly. Share your feelings, your heart. Okay? Let me know if you have questions. Please speak with whoever this person is for you to get your answer in full. Okay. It's Alien Ant 97. Hi. If you're still with us, you are next. Yes, you may. I forgot to brush my teeth. Why? Oh, never mind. I know why. I ran out of time. This makes more sense. Daily vibe. Sure. Three cards. Your current vibe. What supports you? What trips you up? Final shuffle. Final cut. Three cards. Boop. 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 Oh, I like it. So, you get Death, King of Swords, the Hanged Man. Two major arcana in your spread today. Organize, please, yes. And 12. Boop. Kind of interesting to me. Okay. Yes, yes indeed. Mila, you should. That was what your reading was, okay? Knight of Swords. King. King of Swords. Okay. What is going on over there, my friend? So, current mood of the day. Death. This is, well, I mean, it could be, but I doubt this very seriously. But, you know, this is kind of the card of the emo kid. If you've ever watched South Park, you know, the emo kids, goth kids, I should say, they would do this to me for having said what I just said. In fact, you know, the vibe of the day is we're wearing all black today. I mean, is this about me? Okay. So, just so we're very clear, when this shows up, this is not specifically to call out, you know, we feel like dying today. It could, but that's not what I get here. Okay. For me, as well, just the meaning of this card, this is the end of something, an idea, a value. Okay. This is truly the end of it. Yeah. Okay. So I don't know what you got going on over there, but this is why I said what is happening with you over here, because your spread is this weird. Let me go to the very end. All right. This is what trips you up. It's the thing you have to do right before you get to this conclusion. The 12 before the 13, but you have the 12 after the 13. So I mean, it is understandable, but you, in essence, you came to, I'm just going to get this out of the way for a second. You came to this conclusion, okay? Before this is justice, right? Before that is just the wheel, all that, blah, blah. You come to this conclusion that something, we want a change of some kind. We want to release of something. You come to this conclusion, you have made the choice, great, that's the vibe of today, and then the trip up is we revert back to the previous state. This is now stagnation. Okay? Now, I say this is understandable, but I don't want to say you're being called out on it. This is just a warning. Don't take a step back. Okay? Proceed forward. You are nearing, you're literally 13 of 21. All right? You're literally 7 steps away from that fulfillment, that integration you want. So do not go back to this. It is unnecessary. However, this is twofold. Obviously, after we have made some major life decision, perhaps, whatever this is for you, of course, we kind of breathe for a moment, all right? But, I need you to see this. Your next card would be, oh, come on. Temperance needs to go. Damn the question that this was, all right? Just ignore that. But this is, let's pretend this is no longer what trips you up. This is what is my next step to integrate what I have just done today. It is this. One toe in the stream, that's your subconscious, your emotions, the water, okay? You've got one toe on land. You are rooted, you are grounded in the very real now. Okay, you can see in the back, there's a little path leading to some sunshine, all right? That is enlightenment. That is the world at the end of this path, all right? As well, you can see the 2 cups, all right? This figure, this angelic figure is pouring from one cup to the other, but it does not matter the direction of this card, all right? Look at what happens. No matter how they are oriented, gravity does not affect this flow. It is completely balanced, equal, unaffected by its happenings around it. Okay, this is the card of this is this, that is that, and that is all. There's no justice needed in here. We accept things the way that they are for what they are. We change what we can. We leave what we cannot. We reframe what we cannot. We repurpose what we cannot. See these wings on this figure? It's a little hard to tell in the digital art, but in the actual deck art, they're kind of this white and blue and red. They're multiple colors, but blue and red, this mixture that they make, these are your emotions and your passion come together. Okay? They're integrated. You have wings. You could soar, but you don't need to. Right? It's not necessary anymore, because anything that we needed from our path, we have now integrated. You see the symbol on their chest, the little triangle? All right? Think of this like the Philosopher's Stone. Okay? This is going from lead all the way to gold in terms of alchemy. This is divinity, gold, royalty, wealth, abundance, integration, illumination, enlightenment at your very core. Notice it's in a square. Structure, the four walls. It's in the home of you. Okay? This is the next step. So, feel free to have these feelings. Of course, they are normal after some life change like this, but don't stay there long. Stay there long as you need, but try not to stay there very long. The time to move is now, for sure. You're making great progress. Don't stop here. The thing that supports you. The best news of all of this, in my opinion, it appears to me this is also twofold for you. You have reclaimed authority of the mind. The King of Swords is effectively, in tarot terms, not that it cannot be a queen. Tarot does not care your gender, neither do I. But in tarot terms, this would be you being the one held responsible for what is communicated to your kingdom. This is your thoughts, your mind, the kingdom of you. Okay? This in turn will be reflected outwardly, obviously. This is literally ultimate truth in this suit. All right? The kings, okay, that figure them, if there is a problem with something that's in your mind, right, this is who they bring it to. This is the ultimate authority on matters of the mind. Your mind. The thing that supports you. You and this dude, you're tight. Yo. There's no falsehood here, no malice. All right? You think it, you identify the truth, you move forward with it. I argue that's the only reason you got here. Okay? Yes, indeed. Hooray, team. All right? Move toward this one, please. Don't go backward toward this one, please. Forward. More to come. More to come. All right? Let me know if you have questions. Oh, is that what we're gonna do? You're gonna throw a heart at me? You think you can just do this and there will be no consequences? Okay, I think we still have someone in the queue. I can't remember if I shuffled those away enough or not yet, so let me do that. Okay, we're done. Jackson, main gunner, VT. Oh, shit, he left. Well, that's okay. Sorry, Jackson. Okay. Reading queue, all done. Wow, that was crazy. Yep, there he is. I was reading and have been told that apparently it's confusing when I oh, see, but yeah, there are those man, I don't even want to say this. There were people talking about farts in jars on the stream, so I just want to take give you a, you sent a butt bow, excuse me. A butt bow. I send a blessed bow. All right. Now that is not a statement about myself. I'm just saying that they're out there. And again, butterfly farts, I argue very likely smell like sugar water and flowers. So it's not really a threat now, is it? Or do they, right? Do they actually smell like that? What if all those times you went somewhere and you smelled rotten eggs, it wasn't gas, it wasn't sulfur, right? It was butterfly farts. Butterfly parts? That's not what I said. I said farts. Farts. F arts. Oh my god, it won't even let me do it. Our poor captions, it will not let me say farts. F-A-R-T-S. See, this is why I want a different caption. Ah, yeah, now you work. You don't know what you said now? Ignore you? In regard to what? Farts? Butt BO. Nah, that one's even funnier now when you just say it as butt BO. Because in my head, they're whatever bows. Because I don't want to have the additional 2 letters. I guess, though, we can get rid of this. So, there are several of us here, at least as far as I can tell, according to viewer count. We have a new guest here. These things. I will explain why. Okay. This is the Omnito Magick Lenormand deck. Why is this here, you may ask? Well, getting a little tired of Lenormand cards that are too small. So, they have a key, oh, sorry. They have a keyword at the bottom. Okay, as well as your art, and as well the actual suit. Okay, if you wanted to use playing cards, actual standard playing cards with your Lenormand, you can just translate all of these over to a normal 36 card US playing card deck. Easy peasy. If you're in our Discord server, I have gotten you the core meanings. I have not yet added what card is what to them, but literally you can Google that. All right, you can do the same thing I'm doing here with a standard 36 card playing deck. Easy peasy. I got these because I did an in-person read, and I love the smaller cards. Those are perfect for travel, but you know, for interacting with you guys as well as other peoples, a little too small. Okay, so we draw 2 cards and it gives us a little message. I am still learning what sometimes they mean. Let's see. So we get ship. Okay, so oh god, already this is so much better. Ooh, we're shaky today. Apparently I didn't eat enough breakfast. And scythe. Okay, god, these are so cool. Way better than what I had before in terms of size, especially for me, just so you can see. Like perfect size. What I want every card I own to be sized as. I would like maybe just slightly wider, but still good, very good. They are cool. Etsy seller, I don't even know. Omnito Magick Lenormand deck, if you want one. They were like 20 bucks, I think. I want to say it was like 18 something shipped. I think. I don't remember. Doesn't matter. You can find it. It's out there if you like this kind of stuff. I like these though because they just give us a nice easy way to, sorry, I'm charging a million things over here. They give us a nice easy way to get a quick message like we just did here. I need to find a way to get digitals of these things, but I don't know. It's kind of nice that they live in the box over there, I guess. Who knows? So, ship and scythe. I forget ship other than I believe it just means voyage. And scythe is to remove, to cut something. But this is reversed. This is the cut undone. All right? So I have a cute little list over here because I cannot remember all of these. I'm glad if you can. Upright, this would be a sudden departure. So this would be what makes it sudden if it were upright, the scythe, okay? The departure is the ship. So the right card in a Lenormand affects the left card. That's why we do two, okay? You can do the same thing with tarot, depending on what you're doing, but this is meant to get us two keywords we combine. That's how this works. And in the stream version, it goes much, much deeper than that. But, you can draw all 36 in a specific order, and then you can draw tarot over those. Have fun with that. We won't do that here, but you can. So since we got scythe reversed, if we go over here to our quick reference, we can scrolly. Too far. Scythe. Where is scythe? Right there. Tent. Sudden. Cut. Decision. Danger. Surgery. Immediate fire. Well, this is tempered and slow fire. Okay, so this would be wands and tarot, our suit, our soul's passions. This would be something, instead of danger, this is adventure, but a very safe one. Okay? That is surgery. This is the healer. Not even performing surgery. So, I don't know who this is for. There's I mean, I see a bunch of numbers up there, but this just tells me we are taking our sweet, sweet time in the river of life. It is. Just in 2 cards alone, right? There's a whole lot more here that I haven't even made it to yet in terms of just what each thing represents by itself. Obviously, ship, a journey, makes perfect sense, right? But again, we can do all the same thing that we do with tarot to these. You're on an open sea, emotions. You bring a piece of the land, a physical item, wood, with you. Our sails, burlap, okay? All of these things mean something. Even the flag at the very top. Everything. Okay? It's not just as simple as number, list. All right? But for me, learning right now, we make it this simple. My main goal, obviously, to bring this to people's attention, that there are other systems that can be used. You can go get this one too if you want to. This is how simple it is to divine. Just like that. You technically don't even need 2 cards. I just prefer it. Same reason I don't like 1 card draws in tarot. Give me 3. Give me 3 different questions. Let me tell you a story. Okay? I even do the same thing with incoming questions that are things I can't answer, right? The energy surrounding your question, the energy inviting you forward. Honestly, the first card is rather pointless. If you think about it, we already know the energy surrounding the question. This person is aware of the situation that they are in. I want it to confirm with them. This is where we're at. And then, what invites you forward from it, right? Tell a story. It's the part I find most people, that's where they stop. I don't want to say, that they fail in their reading. I mean to say, literally, they get to the point of what the problem is. They don't ask the next step, right? Great, you've identified how you feel. You've identified the blockage. that's not when we leave the room. Now we need an action plan. What's the next card, please? How do I work on this, right? How do I look at this from a different angle? What can I actually do with this info rather than just have it? I'm pissed off. Great. Now we know. We knew that to begin with. How do you become unpissed off? Right? For me, I really try hard not to just draw a single card. Lifeless to me. There's more to be had there. Undoubtedly more to be had there. Whether it wants to be heard or not is another matter entirely, but it is still useful. All this stuff, just so we're very clear, can be found at that place. Ta-da! Oh, was I? Oh no, never mind. I thought I was so smart. I'm not. It says it in both places. So that one, what? Gosh, let's see. This is what we get to do after the fact. Now we get to ponder. Scythe. We know scythe means cut. What is the opposite of cut? Every time I do this, my mind goes blank. This is also decision. So it would be indecision. So, you know, instead of cutting something, we're hitting it with a pillow, I guess. This is the gentle caress of indecision, of safety, and healing. Interesting. Going on a journey. I guess you can kind of say it's what we're doing here in a way. Very, very fascinating. Very fascinating. I see some new people have joined. Just so we're aware, you can type exclamation point join into the chat you're in, and it will get you into my reading queue, okay? If you're interested. Otherwise, we're kind of just hanging out on Monday. Relaxing. Let us practice some other things. You can't really see these very well, but these are astrology dice. It has come to my attention that it is beyond time that we learn all these things. While I have not learned them all yet, okay, there are a total of 36 different things on here. So not only are we attempting to learn Hebrew, the language, it just in its shortest form, the alphabet specifically, as well as furthering our knowledge in the Tree of Life and the Kabbalah, okay, as well trying to learn astrology dice, as well trying to memorize 36 Lenormand cards, as well understanding all the meanings of tarot cards, okay, the deep, deep meanings, I mean, so we can do this work effectively for others. Okay, let me, maybe this will help you understand my world a little more. All right, here's one of my tarot books that I read through. This is 78 Degrees of Wisdom. Okay, it's not a huge book, but it's not small either. It's a great reference, but I would like to make sure to get through all this book in whatever lifetime I have left a few times, because it's going to take me at least 9 dozen of reads of this before all of this is in there. It won't fit. We're working on it. What else? Then I have Oracle decks, okay, which all have their own different system. Those are usually in the neighborhood of 50 cards or so. there's a lot of stuff to learn here. A whole lot. So, if you're curious, what's going on over here? Well, you know, listen, we're busy. I'm trying to learn flute, doing all this simultaneously. It's wild. Very difficult. This is not to say I am some superhuman. It is just the goal. Plain and simple. That's why I say you can do this too. But, enough blabbing. Let us test out a new tool here for the stream. We will see this more often, I hope, especially as people become aware of it. I still have to use our cheat sheet here because I'm still learning, okay? These are very, very bare bones meanings, but they let me practice. So let's see what they have to say. We get, let's see, looks like Scorpio, as well as what? Who is this? Taurus. It's not Taurus. Dang it. I don't remember. It's the one with the little horns, but the female symbol at the bottom. Which one are you? This is... Which one? Venus. No, Mercury. There we go. That's why that's screwing me up. This is Mercury. So, our read says we perceive, interpret, or communicate by way of who? Scorpio, right? Yes. We perceive, interpret, or communicate intensely or secretly, as well. What was it? The fourth house. The home. The roots. While we're talking about what we're doing over here. Okay. We are trying to learn literally the home and roots. That is what that book is about. In fact, what I was holding is kind of the history of where all this stuff comes from. Why certain colors mean the things they mean. I am the type, I want to understand, even if there was no meaning intended in some of the cards, I want to understand every single line, every pixel that is on the art of these cards. That is just the type that I am. That way, I can bring it to places like this and share it with you. How fun. So, I want to make sure to practice with these. I don't know if they'll show up. This one, let's show you my favorite number. If I can find it. Yeah. Here's one. It's all, oh, it shows up all crazy. Look, wow, this looks nuts. This is like a bright green for me. Look at this. How cool though. This is the color it actually is. Since there's no green screen on the other side. But they just have a bunch of little symbols on them. Okay? This is our planet one. And then the third one has our astrological zodiac signs on them. Boop. Easy peasy. $10. You can get some too. Just be warned, if you do get some, mine did not come with any directions. I had to make my own. That kind of sucked. So, if you get some and you don't have any directions, you may end up with a set as well. This is just a little thing to keep an eye out for, since I didn't know it at the time. But you may get a set that instead of Earth as a planet, it will have North Node and South Node instead. Now that I'm aware of this, I want another die, specifically a single die, right? I want one that has Earth, North Node, and South Node on it. They kind of juked us on the availability of the planets. I want to see what others as well. So, I don't know if anybody makes one. I'm hopeful they do, but mine only has North Node versus South Node as well. What else was missing from this? I forget. Oh yeah, there's no Chiron. There's a couple additional things I would like to add to this. I don't know if anybody has. And if they haven't, that means I gotta find somebody that can help me 3D print our own custom die. So we'll see. So I can't imagine though. There's no way somebody hasn't already made this thing. I don't believe. But we'll find out. The other two, I think, will remain the same though. The houses and the signs remain, but the planets, I argue, must evolve. Even though North Node is not a planet, but there are just more things in there that can be added to make this even more useful, in my opinion. So we'll see. After the stream today, I will probably take a little time, see if we can't seek one of those out, see if that exists. And if not, I will begin the process of getting one made. But as well, come around 1 o'clock-ish, my time, I will be at a physical location, sitting in a shop, hanging out, seeing if we can't get someone to come in to get a reading from me. See how that goes. I imagine, gosh, I don't know. I have no idea. Probably around like 6 o'clock, I would bet. Probably not even then. But maybe. Kind of like live streaming, right? This would be people on their way home from work, or they've already had dinner, see the sign, maybe come back. I don't know. But I truly got to start advertising in the area that we're in to let people know we even exist and can come see me in person. So that's neat. I'm very excited to go do that. Let's see if we can practice some more. Oh, we dropped one almost and re-rolled it. So we get Pisces, I think. No, that's a planet. We get Virgo. Virgo, what is this planet? I don't remember. I don't remember. Which one is this? Perfect, he says. Uranus. It's Uranus. So we disrupt, liberate, awaken, and precisely helpful. What? What's the last one? 5. Creativity and pleasure. More of what we're talking about. I really, really like these things. I wish I could just instantly, like the Matrix, just plug me in, download the data, and remember it, please. If only it were that simple. Someday. I was talking with a good buddy of mine. If they make robot eyeballs someday, all right, I want to be like when they're good. You know, they're real good. They got like X-ray vision and thermal and night vision and got a camera built in, you know, a DSLR, but for your eyeball. Let me know when we can pop those in. I'll be the first in line. I won't be because I'll be too poor to afford it, but I will absolutely covet it. Can you imagine just insta zoom with your eyeballs? No, just think it burp, and they just look like eyeballs. You wouldn't even know. You got robot eyeballs. you could literally just have live captions as someone speaks. Man, future's gonna be wild. Kind of what they're doing with some of these products, these wearables that integrate AI into a screen in your glasses. Very fascinated by these things, but I wish they were like 50 years along, really. So then we could all have robot eyes if we wanted to. What else? What else? Oh, yes. I found this deck as well. This is the Sacred Symbols Oracle. This is another system we are working on memorizing. These ones. Okay. Multiple printings of this deck, by the way. I would suggest just get the one that is available to you now and is not insanely expensive. This is the available now one, just by the way, another 20 bucks. Not outlandish at all, especially for what you get. It, to me, as simple as these cards are, just reading over this person's booklet of information, as well as just seeing the different versions, but even the cardstock, everything is chosen very intentionally here. Not a big giant deck, 50 cards I want to say, but it is very simple in its communication style, and I like that. It just has, I will show you, a symbol on it. Okay? So, here's what they look like. Meditate. Okay? I have some of these. We're only doing uprights for now while we figure out what all these cards mean. But this is number 40. Structure. Foreign Tarot. This one says, meditate. Drawing this card asks you to create more stillness in your life. Utilize meditation, breathwork, and other gentle activities to relieve stress and bring more peace into your entire being. You may need a break from daily duties for clarity. Your current situation may be distracting you, so more quiet time and less attachment are required. Meditate on this symbol or practice this mudra to feel a universal connection within every cell of your body. The symbol is a Gaian mudra. I hope I'm saying that right. The Gaian mudra is a powerful hand posture that has been practiced for thousands of years by yogis. It brings peace, calmness, and spiritual progress. It relates to the planet Jupiter and can bring many health benefits for mind, body, and soul with consistent practice. So, curious to me, we got this reversed. We can try to start interpreting these reversed. Technically, there is a game that everybody plays in high school with this symbol. If you know the game I'm talking about, this is the made you look, you know, you put your hand down by your side, you make one of these, and your buddy's supposed to put their finger through it, but if they miss it, they have failed. Same gesture. So what would the opposite of meditation be? This is meditation, could be a couple of things, as this is a general read. Just pulling for the sake of pulling for the room. This can literally mean we are active. We are not in a state of meditation. We are working right now. Okay? But it could also be that we have blocked meditation. This may be literally a call to let you know, like, hey, it might be a good time to actually meditate, to relax a little bit. I argue that's for everybody here, but technically, while I work, we are relaxing. I mean, do you hear this music? Are you kidding me? I don't want to hear a word about we're not relaxing. Let me turn the music up a tad, in fact. I am one of them people, by the way. 100%. But it depends, truly. I have come to find this is a form of meditation for me. Is this work? Yes. But it is meditation nonetheless. This is meditation, just so we're very clear. While it is the practice of clearing the mind, okay, just absolutely allowing yourself to just exist. No forethought toward the future or even the present. We try our best to not even think about breathing, but truly, obviously, if you are purposefully meditating, you're going to think about breathing until you reach your cadence, right? When you start off, though, yes, I find it's easier, at least for me. You have an actual timer, okay? They make these little things like bracelets and rings and stuff you can wear. It will like buzz at you when it's time to do the next thing, right? That would get a little annoying pretty quickly, right? So instead, you practice just counting whatever number you have determined, okay? I like 6 and 4 and 2, just me. But specifically, 6 is the number of harmony, of union. 4 is the number of structure. 2 is balance, okay? Juggle, if you will. That's your yin and yang in hand. So a big deep breath in, right? Try and hold that for 6 seconds. Try to exhale for at least 4 seconds. Slowly, right? And then you pause for 2 seconds. Big deep breath in. Hold for 6 seconds. Okay, literally union, structure, balance, union, structure, balance, over and over and over. Okay? Simple as that, but you gotta count that out initially until your body naturally, you just allow yourself to fall into your natural breathing rhythm. Now the seconds do not matter. Fuck the numbers. Just natural meditative breathing. Now you truly are able to not think about what you're doing. Your body is just doing a somatic release. The nervous system is just doing its thing. Kind of like when you took your first breath. Remember that? That was easy, right? That simple. And then you just continue to do that for whatever amount of time you have determined you have. Some of us have 10 seconds. Those of us with ADHD, for instance. We just cheat though. It's Alien Ant 97. Those of us with ADHD, our form of meditation, you know, if you go to the toilet and you sit on the porcelain throne, all right, if you're sitting there thinking about your bills, that is meditation. It is just not relaxing meditation, but it is meditation. Meditation in and of itself is the focus toward a higher goal. Okay? Same thing. Different methods. One is far more relaxing than the other. But, same thing. And extremely intense focus on this goal, this state of being. However, one of them asks for calm intensity, while the other usually is a lightning storm, literally a typhoon, a tempest. Which one do you want to try, you know? The relaxing one, the truly relaxing one, we play some flute, we listen to chill music, you know? Or do you need to go to the top of the mountaintop and scream? Which one is for you? I do not know. Either way, both are valid. Both are valid. observing where it came from. I don't know. I truly think some of us are just built this way. Environment or not. I'm sure environment has a ton to do with it, but I don't know. Not that I'm saying this is everybody, but there's a movie, A Beautiful Mind, that kind of covers this, but that is like that's into the savants, right? The truly insanely intelligent people. That's a whole nother world. I'm just saying, those of us with ADHD, it's not that we're more intelligent than anybody else. We just literally focus on the intelligence of things. We want to understand a whole lot all at once. So it comes out as that hyperactivity. It's, the blessing and the curse of the eyes of a child for the rest of our lives, effectively. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. It is fascinating. I am sure scientifically there's like at the DNA level somewhere, there's something that impacts that. Somewhere in our genes or is a certain thing, right? That I would imagine is just from evolution, right? From the time we were non-communicating, verbally at least, hunters and gatherers, to now, we had to, some shit had to get fucked with in here. So it's kind of getting undone and it's conflicting. You know what I mean? It's old primitive instinct meets modern urban society. There's a bunch of rules, all these things we gotta undo effectively to blend in, to accept, what the norm is, quote unquote, where we are for that environment. That is, I imagine, a difficult thing for the genome, literally the human DNA sequence, to just undo overnight. It's still trying its hardest, man, just like us. Thank you, it's Alien Ant 97. I don't ever get to really express those types of thoughts in most places. Other than my own head. So yes, if you want to know where I think ADHD comes from, that's what I think. You're not broken. We're just fucking weird, man. Well, like I said, I understand now what this card meant. If meditation was a mystery to you and how it works, I hope I have been clear on how ADHD interplays not only with your meditation, but just on meditation on the whole. It's very easy to do if you'll just do it. Here's a suggestion for anybody here, now, or in the future. This helps me a ton. A flute. Native American flute, and F sharp at 432 hertz. Literally forces you to regulate your breathing. It's beautiful as well. I am very weird. I accept this. But yes, I am also doing what I believe I'm supposed to be doing. Simple as that. Hopefully, we ran into a few people today. Hopefully, the people that came through got the answers they needed for today. Anything that's against the norm. Yes. This is the point in the conversation in public that I love to bring up, okay? Every religion, you all have a Bible. You all have this, some of you more than one, but most of you, some singular God. They have a Bible, and then they have the anti-them. Well, that person, that thing, that entity, that energy, whatever, that deity, that also has a Bible, right? That shadow side. To them, their Bible is the pretty one, and your Bible is the gross and weird one. So, don't know what to tell you. We all are weird. Yes. Just to what degree is the important bit, I think. Well, we are slowly ramping down. It is Monday, just a reminder. So, I'm not going to run the stream too long. We got like 9 minutes to 2.5 hours. And unless we get some massive uptick of people, I'm going to shut the stream down and get ready for the day. Or more ready for it anyway. Pack my stuff up, eat some food, you know. Relax. Oh, meditate. How about that? Wouldn't that be a grand idea? Oh, that can live right there. So 9 minutes. Yes, just a little bit. Around 1, I got stuff to do. Just a couple hours. So in reality, I get like an hour and a half to myself-ish. A little longer. You know. And then I can read a book. Put my stuff away. Do me things. Hopefully, I can read a book and actually focus on it. My ADHD medication will have kicked in, so I don't read the same paragraph like 9 times while I'm thinking about something completely different. Yeah, you as well. I appreciate you allowing me to even be able to share that. Like I say, this is abnormal in my current circle of social interactions. This is not things people talk about usually. You know? Especially as like someone going through it. Just sharing this quote unquote like awful thing about us, you know? Yeah, it is. That is why I always say it is an honor to read for all of you. It is truly my privilege. You honor me by allowing me to do that for you. That's the idea. I'm glad it's helping. Don't forget to drink some water and eat some food. We haven't talked about honoring the temple of you lately here, but I like, showers. Very easy honoring of the self. So is food. What you eat directly honors you. Not to say that junk food does not honor you. It is still an offering. I argue its quality is vastly diminished from, real, actual, self-made food. Whole food without preservative or etc. But food is still food. Right on. I hope it's delicious. But yeah, you put good things in the body, but as just however you do it, feed yourself. I like to recommend chocolate. Just get, don't get extremely inexpensive chocolate. Get actual chocolate, like real chocolate. I'm like an 80% cacao guy. I'll even go higher than that, frankly, but just me. I want chocolate. And then you just break a little piece off and eat that. Not the whole bar. It's not loaded with sugar. It's chocolate. It is delightful. That is an offering to the Temple of You. Simple as that. Before you take your shower, you can declare an intention. What are we washing away? The day, this specific stress, this certain thing we're upset about. Well, say that in your mind or say it out loud before you take the shower. Turn the water on, get naked. I am releasing the stress of the day. Step into the shower. Do your thing, your bath, whatever, right? Light some candles, make a bubble bath, etc. Hello, Miss Anne Marie Angel. I am well. Right on. How is that going? We're just hanging out. We got like 4 more minutes before I'm about to shut the stream down and take back some time in the day before I have to leave for the day and potentially go help people in person. We will see. Hell yeah. Two hours, 26 minute stream on a Monday morning. I didn't expect, a whole bunch of people to show up, but just in case someone has questions to kickstart the work week, well, we gotta be available. As well, though, there are 24 zodiac readings up for the 12 primaries and the 12 cusps. They're already separated into playlists, so you can go easily watch them all if you want, or just go get your specific one. Missed me. Yeah, I had to take a little hiatus. Life got extremely busy very rapidly. As well, poor planning on my part. I was supposed to take one day off last week so I could stream the next day, but I thought both days showed that there was no activity. So both days, unfortunately, mistakenly, became no stream. It's like, oh, cool. And then Friday, I had an interview that went extremely well, but is still ongoing. Per them, I likely will not hear anything back until, I don't know, next year, but not like a year. A couple weeks. The 5th, I think. Somewhere around there. We'll see. Yeah, it's holiday time. Have patience, right? No big deal. At least things are moving at all. I did an in-person event on Saturday. That was also excellent. What else? Yeah. Just a lot of stuff. Whole lot of stuff and things. But all good things. I definitely have not slept nearly enough. A sneak peek of your cards you're making in Discord. All right, cool. I will check them out. I'm gonna assume you shared them, in the tarot room? I think that's where we put oracle stuff. But I will look. But no one has joined, so I think this is where we're gonna call the stream. That's 2.5 hours and just a few seconds. So, hi. In case you didn't know, my name is Opal. We use things like tarot, Lenormand, oracle, any esoteric source in order to illuminate the path to the higher self. That is to say, the best version of you. For anyone who came through and got a reading from me, I appreciate you allowing me to read for you. Thank you very much. I'm gonna go spend a little time reading gigantic books, packing stuff up, okay? Getting ready for the rest of the day. I hope you all have an excellent rest of your day. and I will see you in the next stream.